So the Finder says President Akufo-Addo delivers last and final SONA today. That story is on page 9 of the newspaper. Let me just quickly read that for you. Other papers are also carrying the same. Daily Graphic has it and so on. So, President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo is scheduled to deliver his last State of the Nation address to Parliament in Accra today. His tenure in office ends after the December 7th presidential and parliamentary elections. Now, the SONA, as mandated by Article 67 of the 1992 Constitution, requires the President to address the nation through Parliament at the beginning of every session. This address provides an opportunity for the President to report on the state of the nation and outline the government's agenda for the coming year. The SONA is a constitutional obligation and a yearly tradition, providing an opportunity for the President to engage with Parliament and the nation, reflecting on accomplishments, challenges, and future priorities. It is expected to be attended by ministers of state, former presidents, members of the diplomatic corps, chiefs, queens, and other dignitaries. Expected to touch on various aspects of the nation's affairs, President Akufo-Addo's final SONA is anticipated to cover key areas such as security, governance, the fight against corruption, education, health, infrastructure, and economy. All right, I won't read the entire thing, but that's on page 9 of the Finder newspaper. You can go in and read that. Let me start with you, Larry, on this. What are your expectations? Usually there's a broad areas that he's supposed to be covering, broad spectrum of topics: security, governance, fight against corruption, education, health, infrastructure, and the economy. What are your thoughts on what we can expect from these, or are there any other areas that may have been left out?
Well, thank you. I think these are just the areas where, every now and then we hear presidents talk about. And it's presidents because it's not just President Akufo-Addo. Since the Fourth Republic started, we've had presidents give us, these reports, as in the state of the country. Now, I think that in recent years, I would say that we have become very much involved in everyday activity as far as this country is concerned. And so we kind of know what is happening as far as security is concerned, as far as governance is concerned, as far as corruption is concerned, health is concerned. Almost all the areas that have been listed, we all know, and I'm sure you or any other person or anybody who is even listening to us can give us, a good situational report on the state of the country, whether we have improved or retrogressed. It's in the streets of Accra. Okay.
Are you saying that we don't need the SONA?
Oh, sometimes we spend hours listening to some of these things, and we don't really get much from it. A sister radio station, I think TV station went out there to find out, doing Vox Pop, as to how, what they are expecting
expectations,
from the,
we also did that as well.
And people, the negativity, people are not expecting anything from the president, really. One individual asked, what different is he coming to say that he hadn't said already?
Okay.
How about those that he said before, the promises he made? What, have come out of some of those promises and so on. And so, people are getting disillusioned as far as, our democracy is concerned, our politics is concerned.
Yeah.
For the first time, we are going for an election, and I don't think the expectation on the street, as far as people are concerned, is nothing to write home about. Years ago, you could expect that, Party A is coming, and this is what you are likely to get. Party B is going to lose the election because of A, B, C, D. But these days, I mean, all you hear is that, oh, they are the same sort of people. And when we get to that situation when people are losing hope, it's a very big thing. I normally say that my mother decided who my father should be, and my father also decided who my mother should be. But in deciding who leads me, I should have, a say in that.
Yeah.
Now, if my say is not going to change my situation, it's like Christians, being told that, listen, you are going to heaven, but then, and so you are putting a lot into it, and then at the end of the day, whatever you are putting into it is not leading you anywhere. I mean, it's been. I mean,
You sound very despondent.
Yes, I do. Is it corruption? What's the president going to say about corruption? Good governance. What is he going to say about it?
I want to hear about the IMF.
He's going to talk about free SHS.
Yeah. Well, it will come up.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
He will. And it's been on since when? Anyway.
Clement, I don't know if you have any expectations at all, or even if it bothers you. I'm not sure if it...
Oh, of course, I do have expectations.
Okay.
Or you're asking whether I am positive about it? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Well, I am cautiously positive. I mean, it couldn't be worse than we have seen, so it has to be better. And there's always a valley experience before the mountain experience. So, I would expect that for all the efforts that the government has put in various areas, and we are talking about transportation, we are talking about agriculture, we are talking about health, youth development, is a whole array of functional areas that the president has to account for. And I won't be surprised if we see an improvement in certain areas, like agriculture,
for example,
tourism, and stuff like that. There are other areas that obviously are suffering, and I'm not so sure whether we've turned around the corner, as they say. But all in all, it will be disappointing not to see improvement in some areas, because if we are not seeing improvement, then that's going to be a difficult one.
Yeah. Well, off the back of that, I want us to just go to this.
Can I make a quick point?
Yeah.
Someone correct me if I'm wrong. Years ago, anytime some of this, when SONA is about, happening, you send reporters, or even the media, we are able to say that, you get highlights from the presidency that this is going to come, particularly under the Kufuor years. You will hear Kwabena Japan coming to give you, let's say, highlight that, listen, expect this, expect that, expect that. But in recent times, we don't get that. I recall, just yesterday, I was trying to hook up with somebody inside the Flagstaff House to get, insight as to what the president is likely to talk about, particularly for this program. And I was told that, listen, it's as of last night that the speech was being prepared.
Oh, prepared?
Yes.
Oh, no.
No.
You mean prepared?
Yes.
No, I don't think prepared. You can't prepare this.
No.
I mean, look, you can put final touches to the speech.
Okay.
But as for preparation, I mean, look, the president is not going to write the SONA all by himself.
No, he wouldn't.
So it means that he's put all the 17 ministers together, that everybody come and write it last night. It doesn't work that way.
No.
I think that it's important to understand the phases that some of these documents go through. Different forms of editing and proofreading and all that. And I do know that for this president, he does a final proofreading himself.
Okay.
At his age, he won't let it, he will do it himself, so that the English is his English, that kind of thing. So maybe final touches, yes, but preparing it, because you need data, and I don't think that...
So, I mean, but I'm saying that I'm not even dwelling much on the preparation. I'm dwelling on the absence of highlights.
Yeah.
I mean, that will shape the narrative.
I don't remember exactly what Kwabena Japan used to do, to be honest.
Yeah.
But you know, we used ways and means to get the filler before then.
Okay.
You know, ways and means.
Yes, I do.
Ways and means to get it.
Is it a GFA ways and means?
Well, I don't know about GFA, especially the GFA of today. I don't know anything about them. but you know, like the budget, for instance.
Yeah.
And back in the day, the budget would announce, will announce the prices of fuel. It's the budget that will announce, and that will be it for the whole year.
That's Kwesi Botwe.
Yeah, Kwesi
Botwe,
Botwe,
yeah.
Even up to
during
the early parts of
the President Kufuor.
No, President Rawlings,
okay.
1 and 2.
Okay.
You know, until the deregulation was complete, and then, you know, the market pricing started. So people normally are anxious to know certain details ahead of time, and so we put our feelers at the finance ministry. You know the typists, the people who used to type. You go and, you know, organize yourself small, and then they will give you a few pages. Then you use the pages to do your headline.
Your story.
Kofi Kumsi will tell you better. But
anyway.
SONA, I'm not so sure. I don't recall, to be honest. Not to say you are not telling the truth, but I don't recall how, you know. But I think that the SONA generally is seen as an academic exercise for people, you know, because
so. A lot of people
they know that the president of the day would tell us what he thinks is the state of the nation.
Yeah.
And I don't know at any point from the US, from the UK, at any point when the state of the nation as presented in Parliament was consistent with how people felt.
The realities on the ground.
Yeah, I've never seen that.
Yeah.
Maybe today we'll see that.
Yeah. No, but well, I do recall there was one particular one that President Mahama did, where he talked about evidence-based.
That he brought school children.
He brought not just school children, but he brought some other farmers and other things.
But who chose them?
Well,
and that is the question.
well, the elephant in the room.
All right,